Come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. We got ourselves a Friday grid to get into, the Guardian Quick. And I have made myself a Venezia Select cocktail, one of my favorites. I love this red aperitif. Today we're using a Henkel Fine Sekt Trocken, meaning it's a dry bubbly. And I just used one large cube along with that wonderful green olive at the bottom, which will be a bit of a snack for me when I finish this drink, which will probably be right near the end of this grid or soon thereafter. But it's a wonderful way to wind down. If you get your hands on this, it's the perfect blend of both bitter and sweet. It's refreshing. It's got a wonderful, after effect when you're swallowing. The taste, everything just works so well with it. And I don't really know that I ever follow any unique principles as far as measurements. I throw some red stuff in and I cover it with the champagne. That's pretty much my hack. But I do like it very much, and it's very much a treat for me at the end of the week. And one bottle of the Sekt from Henkel, or any of them for that matter, it's 0.75 liters. It makes approximately 2 big glasses like this one, and that's always a nice way to kind of ramp into whatever I'm going to be enjoying for the evening over movies or what have you, and it just is a wonderful thing. So that said, let's hop into our grid so we can continue our wind down journey today, and let's see what we've got here. I'm going to go ahead and just very carefully click into this thing and then move away, because we don't want to create an imbalance or some sort of problem. So, sake, 4 and 4. Well, good, gain, goal. Oh, sake. Maybe it's sake. Okay, maybe wine, rice, or rice, wine. What am I doing? Wine, rice. Rice, wine. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out how are you going to squeeze two 4-letter words into sake? Anyway, sake a little bit better. Spanish steps capital, could be Rome, it could be, it is, but what if this setter's making it tricky? Fixation, jurisdiction. Oh, fixation, I mean, it could be a mania. What do we got here? Infernal expression of surprise, 435. Infernal. I don't know. I feel pretty confident putting mania in here though. So does this give me anything? Temporary inability to put pen to paper. Well, that's easy enough. I suffer this on occasion. I think all writers do on occasion. And I think this makes jurisdiction a control thing. Cash and credit card holder, assuming a wallet. Fixture on another ground. Maybe this is what the devil. It might be. It's impossible to say for sure. 3, 5, and 4. I'm gonna go with you never know. Seems like a cop-out. Fixture on another ground. Swarming pile. Say could be to utter. So the swarming pile, I mean, it could be an anthill, which is pretty clever. Is this an E? Merit, earn, yes, okay. So I think a fixture on another ground would be an away game, and I think that's very interesting cluing. Can't argue with it at all. I mean, just really well done. Dulcet, relax. 40, 3 and 5. 5, 2 score. Gala could be Fate. Top lot. Brilliant as Apian joints. Okay, that's the best ever. As Apian joints, the bee's knees. Oh, that's great. I was with one of my colonels when I was a young captain on active duty in the United States Army. We were stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. And I was staying with him and his wife for a few months while I was transitioning into civilian world. And we went up to Las Cruces, New Mexico for the weekend. We just wanted to go up and go to the farmer's market and see what that was all about. Very nice. Got to a booth there that was being run by a student at New Mexico State University. I think they're known as the Aggies, so agriculture's their thing. She was a beekeeper, an apiarist, and she was selling honey, that her bees had made. And I was interested in just her little spiel. I don't eat honey, and I just didn't care about that, but she was talking, and I was listening. So the colonel and I were standing there, and she's explaining to us what's going on. I said, so you're an apiarist then? So this is your honey? She goes, yes, it's my honey. And I said, and she was like, well, what did you say before? I said, you're an apiarist. And she goes, oh, no. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay. Glad we got that covered. The bee's knees. Fabulous answer. Great clue. That was good stuff. Top lot could be the elite, I'm assuming. Qualification. Flat side of the head. Strike breaker derogatory. Disease of cattle and sheep. That's right. Y'all call scabs in the UK black legs. Took me a minute. I was on it, but I couldn't quite remember what they are called. And we call them scabs in the States, which, interestingly enough, could have been the clue here, I think, right? I don't know. SC is a C proportion. No. I think copy. Probably we're talking about crib sheets, crib notes, little notes you put in your hand when you want to pass a test. I never did that. I don't understand it. If you can't pass on your own, I don't know, study more or something. I don't know. Cheating just seems so awful. So I'm going to go with ratio and proportion. The Indian title of love and respect, and that would be Mahatma. Oh, at least I hope so, because I sure think that's kind of where my mind's going. Gone could be no more. No more. Okay. Flat side of the head. This is a P. Yeah, I think this is a temple. And this may be a proviso. But in a proviso, I don't know if I'm thinking of a qualification as much as a stipulation. But that just could be the difference between British and American English. It's like I think of a proviso as something in a contract. It's a stipulation, like, but this is null and void if you don't do this, kind of a thing, right? So I don't know, but the letters are there. We'll see if I'm right. So 40. Oh, got it. So 2 score. 4 years ago. Actually, somebody said that Abraham Lincoln had a very high-pitched voice. It might have been one of the books I was reading. I can't even imagine what that must sound like. I think if I was going to go with anything, I'd go with what Daniel Day-Lewis was able to do in his role as Lincoln. Dulcet, relaxed. I think we're just shooting for mellow. And I never really thought of. I just hate these hiccups. I never really thought of dulcet either as a mellow thing, more as a sweet thing, you know, like dolce, la dolce vita, the sweet life, right? So, but again, I'm here to learn all about British vernacular, idioms, you know, the whole 9 yards, right? You know, I want to know, right? You know, what do we speak in the UK? And so that's really what drives me here. And I just love the challenge anyway. But I do have to admit, I feel very comfortable with this. But I felt pretty comfortable yesterday with the exception of nameless or faceless. And I want to say thank you to Neil, to Musty. But thank you, Neil. You made me feel a lot better after that. That was just a mess. I thought like, oh my God, is there a difference between nameless or faceless? I was freaking out. So as always, my friend, you came through. You're the best. Thank you. I can't wait to buy you that cocktail. I'm shooting for May. I can't wait to be in London in May. And I think the weather, or April, should be pretty nice that time of year too. I'm really hoping we can make that happen. So, okay. I guess it's enough time sitting around here. But it's like Schrodinger's cat. Like the cat's both alive and dead in the box. So it's just as much alive as it is dead. I have just as much won as I've received a Yank slap here. So, but sometimes it's just time to go ahead and pay the piper. So let's do that. Let's do it a few times. I don't see anything. I think the Yank gets a W today, which is hard earned. And lovely. This is a wonderful, wonderful grid. I am so excited. Oh, I'm beaming. This is fantastic. What a way to end my very long, arduous week. Cheers. We'll bring down our Benny here. Do. Fantastic. So excited about that. So, I'm not going to be that kind of person that sits here and yammers on daily about whatever. I'm just not going to do that. I like the channel. I love the community. I love everything that we do. But we have been invited into the YouTube Partner Program, which opens up a variety of things, monetization and other stuff like that. And so obviously we've been trying to push over the last 6 months or so to really kind of increase our subscriber base because it's important to us. And like I said, I'm not going to beat everybody up every day. In fact, this isn't even a beat down at all. I'm just saying pretty soon there will appear the super thanks and community paid membership options. And I want to establish what it is that you would find value in for that. Would it be a weekly, maybe a twice, maybe 1 day a week, where twice a day we have a powwow of sorts, right? You know, a meeting where we sit down and we discuss whatever you want to talk about, right? You know, live in person for a couple of hours on, say, a Zoom or a Microsoft Teams call. We can just hang out and we can chat, do some one-on-one, you know, kind of the Ask Me Anything thing, if you want to do something like that. Or maybe exclusive access to special videos that we could be shooting and doing. I mean, let me know. I mean, but the community is just a beautiful, beautiful thing to me. And I really want to, I want to make sure that everybody here who's a member, whether paid or not, is getting, you know, value for their time, because I appreciate that more than anything. So any ideas you have as far as perks, as far as what could be available to you if you were to do this versus just staying on course like we currently do now. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how best to serve you. So if you want to let me know, you can send me an email in the description below. You'll find my email address. You'll find any number of things there. You can always just use that to get a hold of me. You can send me an instant message, or you can just comment down below. You know, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. But I'm here and I'm listening. And until we see you next time, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Be well out there. Be nice to that person behind you in the line. And we'll see you on the morrow. Be well.